consider a patient's needs and lifestyle goals to deliver the right level of care. Visit them at lnsnd.com. That's orthopedic and neurosurgeon specialists. He's like WelcomeSoccer.com. We've got everything you need to outfit your player, from head to cleats, plus best-selling gear and equipment. Heat up the field with player. WelcomeSoccer.com's unmatched cleat selection featuring new tricks and balance from life. Welcome to City Park Stadium, and this is the second season for the Westchester Flames Academy team. The Flames are pleased to welcome the Ironbound FC of Newark, New Jersey, who have joined the Metropolitan League this season. Ironbound is undefeated with a record of 4 wins, no losses, and 1 draw, with the Flames right behind them in the standings with a league record of 3 wins, 1 loss. The officials for this evening's contest: the referee, Mr. Christian Cardenas; the assistant referees, Mr. Brian Baer and Mr. Jacob Fisher. For the official is Mr. Kevin Jessup. Here are the starting lineups. Ironbound is coached by Nicholas Lavador and assisted by Alex Velasquez. The captain, number 6, midfielder, Nico Gomez. The goalkeeper, number 25, Justin Scavalla. On defense, number 21, Darius Holmes. Number 3, Hans Zola Vera. And number 14, Frank Lozano. In the midfield, number 7, Gabriel Barreto. Number 19, Ivan Garcia. Number 12, Jonathan Dereka. And number 27, Alan Antonelli. The forwards, number 8, Andy Alvarez. And number 16, Gianfranco Ponce. And now for your Westchester Flames. The Flames are coached by Kevin Davis and assisted by Sean Kenny. The captain, number 9, defender, Harris Belovich. The goalkeepers, number 1, Miles Jernigan.
Testing. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Number 23, Tudor Wilson.
Testing.
Pietro Carvalho. In the midfield, Michael Hernandez. Number 17, Lucas De Souza. Number 28, and number 3, Malik Sands. The forwards, number 27, Marcus Naheem. Number 25, Gael Barali. And number 16, Abraham De Oliveira. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. I don't like this version Tony Tappy's going to be yelling. We got to get a better one. We got to get a better one than that. That's Ken's. The Mount Sinai Hospital joins the Flames family for 2023. Mount Sinai Hospital is one of the nation's largest and most respected hospitals, acclaimed internationally for excellence in clinical care and ranked among the top hospitals nationwide. We serve one of the most diverse populations in the world. Puma is a leading international sportswear company that designs and manufactures athletic and casual footwear, apparel, and accessories for someone ready to change the game. Ideas are easy to relate to. Be brave, be confident, be determined, be joyful. Puma has been outbidding the soccer world since 1948. Go to Puma.com.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another Westchester Flames home game. I'm Daniel Lang, and we're back in New Rochelle on a Wednesday night after postponement earlier in the season. Ironbound FC of Newark, New Jersey, coming off a 3-1 home win against FA Euro. Westchester scored twice in the second half to improve to 3-1 to nothing record on the season. Meanwhile, the undefeated Ironbound FC entered this match with a 4-0 shutout victory against Morris Elite. 53 degrees Fahrenheit at Skidelsky Field with a slight chance of showers after sundown, but we'll have action with you shortly. As the Flames will have the first possession here, Abraham de Oliveira, a leading goal scorer for your Westchester Flames, right at the middle of the field. All right, and there is the first whistle. Westchester will have the first possession of Malik Sams trying to set up Marcus Nahim very early on. Nahim, who displayed great athleticism and speed in last week's contest. We'll look forward to see more of that for the Flames in this game. Here's Ironbound now trying to set up the near sideline, but number 7, Gabriel Barreto of Ironbound FC cannot take care of it. There is a Westchester throw-in by Pietro Carvalho, a strong wing defender for the Westchester Flames. That throw-in intended for Gael Boraldi. And hit out by Frank Lozano, defender for Ironbound. Here's a Westchester throw-in by Carvalho, looking for Sams. And now here's Lucas De Souza, who sets it up for Tudor Wolfson. There's Derek Billieu now, number 2 on the outside, working again with Nahim. And here's a push-off against Ironbound. Michael Hernandez, the midfielder for the Flames, hits the ground. And here comes a throw-in for the Flames. Free kick taken by the midfielder DiOlivieri. That one's away towards the middle of the field. And number 16, Gianfranco Ponce in the area. Throw in for the Flames. Bilyeu sends that one away, but ends up out of play. Will be a goal kick for Ironbound FC and Justin Scavala. The goalkeeper's only let up 3 goals the entire season, while the rest of this Ironbound offense has put up 11 goals. That one sent away. Bilyeu charging. De Souza comes up with it. And De Souza trips up number 16, Gianfranco Ponce, who scored a goal in last week's Ironbound matchup against Morris Elite, a 4-0 victory. The free kick sent away. Nahim comes up with it, trying to work around Lozano. And Nahim keeps it in play. Here's Sams in the middle of the field. Sams tries to thread the needle, but ends up in the possession of Gabriel Borrado. Darius Holmes was giving pursuit on that ball, but ends up out of play. A throw in for Westchester. Bilyeu intended for DiOlivieri, but De Souza comes up with it. Bilyeu now tries something further upfield. And now on the far side for Ironbound. Looking for Ponce now. Ponce working against Wolfson. Throw in for Ironbound. That one away. Vilovic with a header. And a shot on goal from Ironbound, but Miles Jernigan comes up with it. A high knee against Ivan Garcia. That ball ends up out of play. Here's a throw in for Lozano. And now here's the center defender, Hans Oliveira, who sends that one away to the opposite side to Darius Holmes. Bilyeu gets in front of that ball. Opposite side now, Bilyeu trying to work against one of the attackers for Ironbound. And now the near side for Carvalho. Alan Antonelli giving chase, and Vilovic able to send that ball away for Sams. Nicky Gomez gets that ball on a header looking for a call. The captain does not get one. Here's one towards the middle of the field. Boraldi trying to recover. He can. Boraldi now to Carvalho, an end defender for the Flames. Has been given a lot of offensive chances based off of the way the Flames play ball, and that ball's out of play off of an Ironbound touch. Looked to be Frank Lozano who put that ball out. Pietro Carvalho has the throw-in. Carvalho able to recover. Hernandez trying to make something happen. And that ball is a throw-in for Westchester. Away towards the middle. Gomez tries to get it. De Oliveira ends up with one. Dives for it. Cannot retain possession. And Ponce tries to get one past Wolfson, but Wolfson with the slide tackle able to maintain possession. De Oliveira working against number 21 Holmes, but ends up with Ironbound. Looking for Antonelli, but Vilovic keeps it away for the moment. Vilovic charging. Ball in the air. Handball called against Dylan Souza, one of 5 midfielders for Ironbound. A 3-5-2 Ironbound runs as Ivan Garcia tries to put pressure against the Flames defense. And now Wolfson in a dangerous situation. Vilovic recovers, and Sams towards the middle. Ends up on the ground, no call. Number 7, Gabriel Barreto with the slide tackle. Nahim now trying to make something happen. Gets it towards the middle. De Oliveira there. Trying to work around Vera, but a whistle's blown. Foul against Westchester leads to a Scavala free kick. Vera to the far side. Bilyeu able to header that one out of play. Intended for Barreto. And here comes the ball from the opposite side. Here's Garcia. And a slide tackle on Barreto by Bilyeu. Barreto on the ground. Whistle blown. Direct free kick for Ironbound. Nahim and Bilyeu on the wall. Three-on-three Vera Sams. Jernigan gets in front of that ball. Prevents a play even being able to be made on it. That will be a corner kick for Ironbound. Kick is away towards the middle. Still in the air. Nahim comes up with it after getting it away. And that ball out of play. Here's Bilyeu again. D'Souza charging in. Bilyeu away for Nahim. Garcia sends it up. Bilyeu puts it out of play. Here's the throw in by Garcia. And now Holmes looking towards the middle. Wolfson able to get there. Carvalho in the area. Jernigan puts it out of bounds. Souza in the area. Now Garcia trying to get around three flames. Baraldi tries to set Sams up. But Lozano gets in the area. Garcia now against De Oliveira. Sams looks for something himself. Intercepted by Zolivera. Nahim trying to make something happen. And now here's Ironbound. Towards the middle, looking for number 19, Garcia. But nothing there. Jernigan will give it to Vilovic, Flames captain. De Souza pokes that one away. Just sets Baraldi up for something. A good poke by De Souza. And now Baraldi stretches the field. Holmes taps that one and a whistle blown. Baraldi runs into two Ironbound FC players. Barreto on the ground after the foul called. And here's Vera. Antonelli all alone on the near side. And here's Andy Alvarez, who was also a goal scorer in Ironbound's previous matchup against Morris Elite. De Oliveira is able to take the ball away from him, though. And a good slide tackle there by Lozano. Remains with the Flames. Carvalho trying to remain careful. Tries to set up De Oliveira, but instead ends up with Ironbound. Now looking for Garcia, the midfielder. Carvalho doesn't get it past him. But instead here comes Antonelli. A good set there by Souza, and now Garcia. Excuse me, the setup was by Ponce. Gianfranco Ponce. And now Jernigan looking to send this one away. Nobody in the box. Jernigan to Hernandez. And now Ponce giving chase against Wolfson. Wolfson gives it back to Jernigan. Jernigan sends it back over to midfield. Baraldi able to control it. Baraldi. De Oliveira. De Oliveira getting around a man. Vera. De Oliveira not able to get to the foot race, but recovers. De Oliveira working his way around, but Lozano able to take it away from him. Now here's Vilovic. We've seen this before. Vilovic very willing to play half of a midfielder, even though his position listed as defender. Definitely a role that Vilovic is willing to take on. Now here's Jernigan. Wolfson in Nowhereville. And Billiou able to block that ball by Barreto. That ball out of play. Ironbound outnumber the Flames on the near side just moments before, but not able to get anything from there. Barreto back on the ground off a Billiou push, no whistle. And now Vilovic able to poke that one by Garcia, And now Baraldi charging. Sams setting up on the outside. Baraldi in the middle. Baraldi, now De Oliveira with the recovery. De Oliveira to Sams. Sams with an opportunity and just wide of the goal. Carvalho not able to get there. Sams with a good look after the setup by De Oliveira, but just wide of the goal in the 17th minute. could have put Westchester and the Flames up by a goal. Instead, it is still tied 0-0. And Carvalho will send that one away. Here's Baraldi again. And now Hernandez, the midfielder. Slide tackle by Vera, able to give it back to his Ironbound teammates. Here's number 17, Souza. And now Garcia. Garcia to Alvarez. Antonelli gives himself up, and there's the Westchester throw-in. There's an injured Ironbound FC player on the ground. Whistle's blown as the trainers tend to him. It is Hans Zoller Vera, defender for Ironbound. And he is writhing in pain on his back. A couple of his Ironbound teammates surround him to make sure he's okay. And here come the rest of the starters. The starters are not allowed to leave the field, and the reserves are not allowed to enter the playing area. But so many of the Ironbound players rallying around Zoller Vera, hoping he's okay. Definitely hate to see one of their teammates go down. It just shows how tight-knit of a group that this Ironbound FC Academy team is. Second year for the Westchester Flames in the Metropolitan League, and the first year for Ironbound FC. Have fared well so far. The first game in the Metropolitan League was that 4-0 win against Morris Elite. And have played various Premier A competitions previously, earlier in the season. And there's the whistle. Vera limping off. He'll take a rest. And as of this moment, there does not seem to be a substitute for Ironbound. Nine men on the field for Ironbound. It's also their possession. Antonelli gives it back to Lozano, and then Holmes. Holmes sends it back around. Nahim able to poke that ball free. Corner kick for the Flames.
Flames corner kick.
De Oliveira sends that one away towards the middle of the field, and Vilovic is able to get to it but puts it out of play. It will be a goal kick for Ironbound. We've seen a few of those moments from Vilovic where he's right where the ball is but just not able to put it into the back of the net. We've seen that in games before, just about 2 weeks ago against Copa Academy. Here's Carvalho. And Carvalho will end up with it. Hernandez, who's had a goal on the season, always looking for an opportunity. Bilyu gives it back to Hernandez. And Nahim, who's also had a goal. De Souza working around Bilyu. Bilyu looking for something. De Souza keeps it on the far side. Nahim tries to get around his defender. Looks to be the captain, Gomez. And now here's Ivan Garcia able to get around the sliding De Souza. But that slight tackle by Vilovic, able to bring down Souza. And now Baraldi. Vilovic able to avoid the foul there. Nahim to Hernandez. Another slight tackle by Garcia. Ironbound not afraid to get their jerseys dirty here in the first half. Holmes will take the throw-in. A missed header there. And Nahim ends up with the ball. Now here's Carvalho. Pietro working around Souza. And a good set there. Antonelli trying to work around Vilovic. Antonelli ends up on the ground and a whistle's blown. Vilovic visibly frustrated. Baraldi pointing fingers. The fifth foul for Westchester. Halfway through the first half. Will be direct free kick taken by Dylan Souza. Potentially 3 Ironbound players circling the ball. Garcia and Barato in the area. Sam's charging right on goal off the top of the crossbar. And De Souza able to get the rebound and put it out of the danger zone for the Flames. So Souza puts that right on the money, just a bit too high. And Baraldi ends up with it on the near sideline. Baraldi limping between 3 Ironbound players, Garcia, Alvarez, and Souza. And retreating so the Flames can create a play here. Vilovic facilitating something. Now here's Carvalho. And back to De Souza. Over to the opposite side to Bilyeu and Wolfson. Here's Ponce giving chase. Ponce in the area. Vilovic trying to do what he can. No whistle blown. Ponce frustrated. Instead, it ends up with Baraldi. Baraldi now towards the middle and out of play. Gomez giving up his body. And Gomez doing a bit of talking to Baraldi. Gomez willing to put his body on the line to make sure that ball gets put out of play and has a few words for Baraldi after the fact. Baraldi looked to have an opportunity towards the middle of the field. And the captain able to put a halt to that run. Carvalho's throw-in. De Oliveira. He thinks that ball was poked. He's setting up for the throw-in. Sams plays it regardless. And now Bilyeu to the opposite side. Marcus Nahim trying to set himself up. Instead, Gomez takes the header. And here comes Dylan Souza. Here's an Ironbound throw-in. Holmes will take this one. Holmes trying to create a play. Bilyeu gets in front of it with the header. And now Sams to De Oliveira. Nahim in the area. But a fantastic bicycle kick by Holmes. This ball in the air. Barreto and Bilyeu goes up for it. Ends up out of play. It will be a throw-in for Ironbound. Here's Barreto, tries to put that one backwards, ends up with Wolfson and Bilyeu. And here's Holmes again. Wolfson tries to clear that one, met with a header. This ball in play. Holmes trying to set something up. And Tudor Wolfson Sends that one out. Lozano gives it back to his goalie. Souza tries to get that one past Wolfson. Unsuccessful. But Ironbound will hold on to the ball. Garcia coming to the far sideline. Bill, you able to put another header onto that ball. Holmes looking for something. Finds Barreto. Sam's not able to cut it off. Instead, there's Lozano. Andy Alvarez. Antonelli to the middle. Garcia to Alvarez. Alvarez on the near sideline. Antonelli gets tackled by Vilovic legally without a whistle. Garcia gets that ball. Looks to be a corner kick for Ironbound.
Corner kick for Ironbound.
Andy Alvarez looks to have something irritated in his right leg. Garcia sends that one to the middle. Alvarez there off the rebound by Carvalho. Sam's able to corral that. Working against Lozano as more Ironbound players come in. Sam's hits the ground off of Barreto. Run in, and a whistle is blown. Offsides against the Flames.
Flames called for offside.
Nahim and De Oliveira both in the area. Ball back in play. Alvarez to Garcia. Garcia tight-roping the line. Antonelli taps it. But now to the Flames, Carvalho. Hernandez to Wolfson. And back to Billy on the far side. The Flames have tried that a lot. Barreto able to get in front of that ball. Barreto ends up on the ground. No whistle. Barreto puts a Flames player on the ground. Looked to be Michael Hernandez. He's back up. De Oliveira giving chase. Looked to be Garcia trying to set up a play. Gomez, the captain. And Wolfson will get that ball from the grass. Just past 30 minutes now. Vilovic chased by Ponce. Wolfson sends that one away. Baraldi defending Lozano. Now Antonelli. And here's Alvarez. Alvarez to Gomez. Trying to set up Barreto, but not able to get there. Nahim in pursuit. Throw in for the Flames. Barreto ends up on the ground. No whistle as of yet. And Garcia tries to get something going. Holmes' pass is intercepted by Malik Sams. And now here's Baraldi. Baraldi can't get there. Baraldi ends up on the floor. Lozano keeps it in play, only to end up with Carvalho. Now Sams toward the middle of the field, working against Souza. Sam's going backwards. Alvarez trying to recover. Sam's maintains possession. And Hernandez ends up on the ground. Gomez visibly frustrated. Nicky Gomez trying to talk to the official in defense of Souza. And while we play on, Holmes puts that one in the air. De Souza of the Flames has his arm wrapped around. Ends up on the ground. De Oliveira also down. Referee blows the whistle. It will be a free kick for the Flames. De Oliveira sends that one towards the middle. Carvalho charging. Beraldi looking for a penalty. Being guarded against Ivan Garcia. But Justin Scavala able to get in front of that ball. Vilovic working against Ponce. And now the Carvalho. Beraldi. De Souza and Hernandez working in the middle. And Beraldi sends that backwards. Vilovic now to his goalie Jernigan. Jernigan with a soft touch. Wolfson able to get it away from Ponce. Throw in for Ironbound. Now here is Jernigan. Carvalho calling for it. He'll get it. Carvalho near side to Beraldi. The Flames trying that play again. Carvalho trying to set up Hernandez. Hernandez bumps into Garcia. De Souza sends that one back to Wolfson. The Flames will try the far side now. There's De Oliveira. And Vera back into the game for Ironbound. Hernandez running into Barreto. And that ball out of play. Bilyeu gets a whistle called against him. Gabriel Barreto the beneficiary. Ironbound looking to make a play on this ball. Trying to put it into the net. Nahim jumps in front of it and deflects it. Ironbound coach is not happy about that one. But Nahim able to stretch his long legs out just enough for the Ironbound throw-in. De Oliveira looking for Nahim now. Sets that one up with the header, but out of play.
An icon of the game, the Puma King shoe has been a trusted companion to some of the best to ever do it. Pele, Maradona, Johan Cruyff. The Puma King Ultimate continues that legacy with a no-frills exterior, sleek profile, and sleek upper. This legendary
Holmes looking to throw it in. Nahim
with the modern game.
sends that one onto the light post. Holmes will move up a couple feet. Ponce taps that one out of bounds off of the play, off each other with Holmes. Couple headers later, Nahim gets a whistle against him. Another foul against the Flames. Nahim looking to charge again, pleading his case, saying he's allowed to do so. Arguing against both the referee and the Ironbound head coach. Nahim lets that one go towards the middle. Jernigan able to catch that one. And Jernigan sends that away to Sams. Sams with a good look. Lozano defending. Lozano trying to keep that ball away. De Oliveira now to Sams. And Baraldi, who will try to keep it in. Baraldi using his right foot but cannot do so. Here's a Lozano throw-in. Garcia ends up on the ground by Hernandez. Here's a free kick for Ironbound. This one will be taken by Zolar Vera. Vera away. Barreto in the area. Wolfson gets a leg on it. Wolfson trying to get to the ball. Ponce defending it. And the ball out of play. Last touch by Gomez. It will be a Westchester Flames throw-in. De Souza guarding the ball, ends up on the ground. No whistle. Jernigan sends that one to Vilovic. To Carvalho now. Carvalho trying to work around Antonelli. Alvarez and Garcia on the near side. Baraldi comes in to help Carvalho. Carvalho and Antonelli, a foot race. And Carvalho lets it go. Be a goal kick for the Flames. Wolfson keeping it away from Ponce. And now Vilovic to Carvalho. Carvalho on the near side trying to shake Antonelli. Vilovic looking for Sams. Sams goes up against Vera. And Lozano kicks that ball over the fence.
Children's Hospital is recognized on U.S. News and World Report's 2022-2023 Best Children's Hospital Rankings.
Vilovic. Ponce trying to cut off Vilovic's pass to Wolfson, but instead keeps it himself. Now back to the near side. Looking for Sams, but just a couple steps too far away. That ball is airborne. Ponce able to handle it. Ponce and Vilovic fighting. Both end up on the ground. Vilovic stays down. Ponce with an opportunity trying to work around Wolfson. And now here's a shot on goal for Nicky Gomez. Vilovic still on the ground, but it's a 1-0 game for Ironbound. Gomez in the right place at the right time, working off the rebound by Ponce. And Westchester will look to retaliate. Westchester visibly upset. There's 5 players surrounding, now 6 surrounding the referee on the field. Vilovic still in pain, grabbing that right leg. Vilovic and Ponce both on the ground after that play. Ponce able to get up in time. Ponce trying to work around Wolfson for that goal. Tries to put a shot on it. Gomez just able to sneak that one through. 1-0 game in the 42nd minute for Ironbound. The whistle blown. This time against Ironbound. Vilovic still frustrated after the no whistle on the goal. And now Baraldi's still pleading his case with the ball in his hand. Baraldi looking to resume play here. Gomez, the goal scorer on that play, talking to the official. With just under 2 minutes left in regulation, we will look to have stoppage time with you shortly at the end of this first half. Baraldi sends that one to the middle. Nahim tries to put a header on it, but Scavala able to corral that one. Westchester trying to rally around their captain to try and tie this game up before the first half concludes. Scavala, Sam's ducks as to not be hit by that ball. And Hernandez ends up with it. There's Bilyeu. And the header by Holmes puts that one out of play. Nahim will take the Flames throw in. Working around Nahim. Whistle blown. Bilyeu will take that free kick. It will be 1 minute of stoppage time as 45 minutes are up here in the first half. Hernandez and Garcia fighting for that ball on the ground. De Oliveira with the slide tackle. No whistle there. Carvalho on the opposite side. Baraldi now gets a little handsy with Lozano. And Westchester, the Flames, in a hurry-up offense here. De Souza to the middle. De Souza tries to put a shot up that ball, deflected by Gomez. Gomez sends that one away. Vilovic at midfield now to Carvalho. Baraldi retreating towards the sideline. Nahim, Marcus Nahim, will try to collect that ball. One in the air now. Sams at the middle. Baraldi trying to get there. Baraldi puts it over the middle. Lozano able to keep it between his legs, and the ball's still in play. The entire Westchester bench is on their feet, yelling for a handball. No whistle, no word from the officials yet. And there, and it sounds like the ball went into the net, so the officials say. And the Flames are celebrating. We have a 1-1 game here in New Rochelle after mayhem happened in extra time
First half stoppage time.
in the goal box of Scavala.
End of the first half, your score, Westchester 1.
And there's the end of the first half. So chaos ensues right in front of Scavala and the Ironbound FC goal to tie this game up 1-1 after the Nicky Gomez goal in the 41st minute. Both teams playing a very physical half, and that's exactly what the Flames tried to do to combat the typically physical Ironbound FC. We'll have second half action with you shortly. Stay tuned in, folks.
It'll be a midweek game, so a little different. You know, kids coming from school, and a little bit different than our usual schedule. But you know, we enjoy the game, we enjoy playing, so I think that's what the boys are looking forward to. I think it's a bit built into the system. I haven't changed too much. It's pretty standard, but it's a very good team, and they know how to do a lot of things very well. Pushing players on to Division I in the pros. I mean, that's I think we all have a hand in the process. So I think we're right there, hand in hand.
2022-2023 U.S. News and World Report has its ranking. Mount Sinai Hospital was designated with the highest recognition, and 11 of our specialties are ranked nationally.
I don't know why I thought he'd hear me. All right, and we are back with second half action here in Skadelsky Field. The Westchester Flames hosting Ironbound Soccer Club. Ironbound will have the first possession. Andy Alvarez looking for Gabriel Barreto right away. The first half ended with a lot of physical play through the first 40 minutes and 2 goals in the final 5. 1 goal by a rebound scored by Nicky Gonzalez. And the mayhem that happened in extra time just about 10 minutes ago, the official scorekeeper ruled a goal for Gael Baraldi, number 25, his second goal of the season. And we are tied here at 1-1. Malik Sams will also earn an assist for Baraldi's goal. We now bring you back to the present action. Ironbound Soccer Club will take that throw in. And there's Baraldi trying to set it up for Sams on the far sideline. We've flipped the fields now as the Flames will take this possession. And Tudor Wolfson surveying the field as Ponce gives chase. Hernandez can handle that one, and Barreto looking for Ponce. Ponce able to set it up nicely. Vilovic with the slide tackle, but a whistle is blown. And the Flames bench cannot believe it. Ponce on the ground. And Vilovic in the area. So the physicality remains just as fierce here in the beginning of the second half as it did in the first. Vilovic lucky that foul was not called in the box. And that he didn't earn a yellow card. Darius Holmes puts a play on that ball. Jernigan deflects it. Ponce tries to get it off the rebound. And it will be a corner kick for Ironbound.
Save for Jernigan and a corner for Ironbound.
That one away towards the center on the ground. Jernigan cannot get to it. Finally does. Dangerous there for the Flames. De Souza to Vilovic now. Wolfson chased by Ponce. And that ball weeded through to Sams. Holmes gets a deflection. De Oliveira setting up towards the middle. Sams tries to get it, but Lozano gets in front of it. Here's Vera now to De Oliveira, and another whistle's blown, this time against De Oliveira. Free kick for Vera. Vera puts that ball a bit too far. Vera sends that one away. Garcia in the area just over his head. Wolfson with the header. Now here's Bilyeu. Garcia still giving chase. And it will result in a Flames throw-in. Bilyeu looking for Marcus Nahim. Not able to keep it in play. Darius Holmes will take the throw-in. Holmes looking. Finds Souza. Bilyeu touches that ball. Ponce not able to keep it in play. Bilyeu's throw-in. Holmes and Sam's looking for it. Now Hernandez comes away with it. Bilyeu looking for Nahim. Tries to get around 3 Ironbound players. Bumps it off his shoulder. Nahim working around Holmes. Nahim being guarded by 2 Ironbound players. That ball taken by Lozano. And now to the near side for Ironbound. Holmes not able to take it. De Oliveira again. The ever elusive De Oliveira. Back to the middle, and Holmes sends that one away. Ponce now with an opportunity. Wolfson gives it back to his goalie Jernigan. Ponce still giving chase. Vilovic sends it across the box. Wolfson trying to get it to Hernandez. De Oliveira ends up on the ground. And a whistle blown against the captain, Gomez. Outside to Pietro Carvalho. Carvalho chasing. Against Lozano. Gives it to Carvalho. Gets a handle on it. Now Bilyeu. Holmes keeps it in the air. Wolfson to De Oliveira. Nahim calling for it on the outside. De Oliveira stays around it. No whistle blown. Holmes takes possession. Antonelli hits the ground and a whistle's blown. Baraldi furious now, and there's a yellow card. A yellow card issued in the 53rd minute for Michael Hernandez, number 17.
Yellow caution card has been issued to number 17.
Be a free kick for Ironbound.
This will be a direct free kick.
This one taken by Zolivera. Sends that one away to the middle. Wolfson able to get ahead on it. And an impending Ironbound corner kick. This one will seem to be taken by Andy Alvarez. Alvarez sends that one away. Still in the air. Souza working against Carvalho. And there is a goal kick for the Flames. Jernigan will take this one. Nahim allows the Holmes header to go out of play. De Oliveira trying to set up Sams now. Here's an opportunity for the Flames. Sam's working against Holmes. And Holmes pokes that ball out of play. Corner kick for the Flames.
For Westchester.
Here is De Oliveira.
De Oliveira taking the corner.
That one away over the goal. And the whistle's blowing on the field. Here comes a Scavala goal kick. Scavala towards the middle of the field. Alvarez with the header. Holmes, right to Bilyu. Now Nahim. Holmes tries to send it away, bounces right off Nahim's shin. And now it's in Ironbound's territory. Nahim giving chase against Scavala. Cannot get there. That ball booted out of play. Carvalho hesitates for a moment, instead put the throw in behind him. Here comes an Ironbound throw-in. And here come the substitutes for both the Flames and Ironbound. Here in the 57th minute, we will have Gael Boraldi being relieved by Adrian Rodriguez. And Jonathan Mejia, number 4, entering the game. Bilyu against Barreto. Bilyu not able to get around him. Here's Ponce. Ponce to the outside for Barreto. And Wolfson able to get in a slide tackle, but Barreto able to recover. Barreto working around Bilyu. Barreto towards the center. Jernigan corrals it.
Substitutions for the Westchester Flames.
Wolfson.
Entering the game, number 4, Jonathan Mejia. Replacing
Mejia to De Oliveira.
Lucas Souza. Sergeant Lucas D'Souza.
Alvarez with a couple quick touches.
Adrian
And Holmes able to get away with the ball put out of play. Now here's Barreto working around 2 Flames. Barreto hits the ground.
He replaces number 25, Hale.
Mejia, the last man to put contact on him. Barreto back on his knees. Jonathan Mejia entered the game for Lucas D'Souza. So 2 midfield substitutions for the Flames. Michael Hernandez also exiting the game. And out comes Alan Antonelli and Dylan Souza for 2 Ironbound FC reserves. Number 2 and number 12. We'll have the official substitutions with you shortly. Those came in the 59th minute. Dylan Holmes, however, able to get over the three-man Flames wall, but right into the arms of Miles Jernigan, the ever-reliable Flames goalie. Rodriguez keeps it on the outside to Carvalho. Sams with a quick touch to Nahim. Nahim not affected by the Frank Lozano slide tackle. Here comes a Flames throw-in. Scavala able to corral that one. Nahim with the Flames quarter kick. This one away. Holmes able to put a head on it. And Ponce puts that out of play. Jonathan Dereka, one of the substitutions for the Ironbound players, as Jernigan neutralizes that threat and hits a man in the stands.
Into the game, number 12, Jonathan Dereka. He replaces number 17.
Nicky Gomez to the outside. Barreto guarded by Billy. Barreto able to get around him. Barreto trying to reset. Barreto hits the ground. And a whistle called against Derek Bilyeu. So as the rest of the starting lineup sets up around the box, we have another penalty kick here in New Rochelle. I believe we've had at least one in every home game for the Westchester Flames this season. This one will be taken by Gabriel Barreto here in the 63rd minute. This one will put Ironbound ahead by 1. To make the score 2-1, Jernigan is ready. Barreto stutter steps. And Barreto able to find the back of the net. 2-1 Ironbound. Barreto finally gets his goal after having a lot of offensive opportunities throughout this game. Finally is able to convert there. Bilyeu himself marches out onto midfield to put that ball in front of Malik Sams. And he marches back to his position. Bilyeu, the defender who committed the card against Barreto, the whistle against Barreto, will look to redeem himself in the final 30-something minutes here. Barreto sends that one away. Wolfson in the area. Alvarez giving pursuit. Wolfson looking to let this one go, and he will. It'll be a goal kick for the Flames. Jernigan puts that ball down quickly. Carvalho gets it on the outside. Vilovic going backwards. Jernigan's got to be careful. Ponce was in the area. Rodriguez and Gomez. Rodriguez goes up for it and gets a whistle called on him. Gomez putting his body on the line all throughout the game. And draws the whistle against Adrian Rodriguez, the newly substituted Flame. Vera puts that one towards the center. Jernigan gets in front of it. Jernigan throwing that ball himself to Jonathan Mejia. And Mejia finds De Oliveira. De Oliveira puts it towards the center and away. Unable to create an opportunity there. Justin Scavala's goal kick gets past midfield over the leaping head of Vilovic. And Vilovic puts another slide tackle and gets called for another whistle. Vilovic has to be careful here. The other substitute. So a yellow card issued to Harris Vilovic, and the other substitute just a few minutes ago, Shin Makunda, who was the beneficiary of the Vilovic foul. Now here's Nahim. De Oliveira has to be careful of an offside penalty. Gets away with it. De Oliveira gets back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking to tie the game. De Oliveira trying to make something happen, working against Barreto. De Oliveira puts a shot up, and Scavala deflects that ball over the goal. It will remain with the Flames, though. They will have a corner kick, but a good opportunity there for De Oliveira. And a good shot, but Scavala able to get up and deflect that ball. Nahim's corner kick is away. Hernandez running towards the middle. And it looks to be Holmes who got in front of it. Holmes who accepts the support of his teammates, and Barreto on the near sideline calling for the ball here. Bilyeu now with a man on him.
Scored on a penalty
Vera.
was by number 7, Gabriel Barreto.
Carvalho puts it back to Wolfson.
It was in the 63rd minute.
Here's Bilyeu. Gets it away from Barrero. And now to De Oliveira. De Oliveira trying to set up the sideline. And Sam's charging. And that ball is deflected by Hans Oliveira. Another goal kick for the Flames here. Seemed like the entire Flames bench was yelling at De Oliveira to get that ball into the middle, but De Oliveira chooses to stay with Sams. And Sams will take this corner kick. Sams away. Hernandez tries to put a head on it. Rodriguez now to Jonathan Mejia. Back over to Sams, who keeps it in play barely. Whistle is blown, but Scavala able to corral it. Goal kick for Ironbound, and in come a few substitutes. Looks to be Gianfranco Ponce and Andy Alvarez coming out of the game. Number 18 and number 20 respectively. We will have the official substitutions with you shortly here in the 70th minute. Scavala's goal kick.
Substitutions for Ironbound. Into the game.
Vieca not able to get there for Ironbound, the new substitute.
And number 20.
Bilyu and Mejia trying to work on something.
They enter the game.
The 70th minute,
Ali Selak
and they replace
and Ian Vieira.
16. Gianfranco Ponce.
Vieira number 18, Selak
8, and
number 20. Here's Sams. De Oliveira giving chase. Beats Holmes to the ball. Now here's Mejia. Mejia trying to work around Holmes. No whistle. Holmes to the center. Barreto looking for a second goal. Barreto hits the ground and Bilyu called for another whistle. Bilyu has to be careful. Had a whistle blown on him just before. Lucky that one was not in the box for Ironbound. Instead, what looks to be just 5 feet away. Here is Holmes. Free kick for Ironbound. Holmes, right to Jernigan.
Saved by Jernigan.
Another whistle against the Flames, this time on Rodriguez. Westchester playing very physically, just not keeping the whistle from being blown. $18 total whistles called against the Flames here tonight. And we still have about 20 minutes of game time left. Rodriguez off the end of his foot, but Bilyu able to handle it. Wolfson and Vilovic keep it between each other. Vilovic advancing it to Carvalho. Back to Wolfson. Barreto gets a leg out on it. But Scavala handles it. Both teams with a few more subs out warming up. Scavala to midfield. Ivan Garcia. Now there's Mejia. An opportunity here for Ironbound. Gets it around Vilovic. Carvalho sprinting to get past Garcia. Muscling Garcia out of play. And here's a throw in for the Flames. Now 2 players on the ground. Where's the whistle going against? It will look to be against Ironbound. Vilovic, Carvalho, Mejia, Rodriguez back to Wolfson. Wolfson needing to run for that one. And now to Vilovic. Rodriguez now on his own goal box. Mejia looking for something. Nahim trying to get around Holmes. De Oliveira. Now here's Sams. Sams sets up Marcus Nahim. And a whistle's blown offside against Marcus Nahim.
Flames offside. Indirect free kick.
Darius Holmes sends this one away. Mejia gets called for a whistle. And a yellow card issued to Jonathan Mejia. Mejia pleading his case. Captain Gomez finally takes the ball and puts it on the ground, trying to get the game back and moving. Two more substitutes for the Flames ready to enter in, but we will have a Vieira direct kick. Taken in by Lozano. Now towards the center.
Yellow caution card issued to
That ball cleared.
Jonathan Mejia
De Oliveira
in the 76th minute.
muscled out of the way by Vera. De Oliveira looking for Nahim, surrounded by three Ironbound players. The header to Malik Sams. And that ball out of play by Jonathan Dereka. Rain coming down now. More so in New Rochelle. Derek Bilyeu substitute for Alexander Provost. And the other Carvalho brother, Nico, number 24, entering the game as well. Out for De Oliveira.
Flame substitutions. The 78th minute.
Throw in for the Flames. Both Carvalho brothers on either side. Provost and Tudor Wilson. Flames changing their defensive formation now. Only three defensemen with Vilovic, Wolfson, and Provost. Mejia, whistle blown against Selleck.
And number 16, Alexander Abraham De Oliveira.
Adrian Rodriguez will take the free kick. Sends that one away. The header just wide. Looked to be Haris Vilovic. Entering the 80th minute now. Ironbound 2, Westchester Flames 1. Goal kick for Scavala. Dereka to Lozano. Holmes. There's Selleck. Selleck looking for another man. Able to get to it. Selleck to Nicky Gomez. And now Barreto tries to set up a man. Shot just outside the goal.
This will be a goal kick. The Flames Academy plays its next 2 games on the road. This Saturday the 6th in a return match against FA Euro. And then on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 14th.
Shot taken by Makumba.
Motown. They return here June 10th against FC Motown. We hope to see you here. And by the way, our men's team will have opened on May 24th.
Makumba with a corner kick. To the center. Jernigan gets in front of it. Barreto on the ground, no whistle. Gomez with the header. Makumba. Hernandez fighting. Here's Barreto looking for another scoring opportunity.
Corner kick.
Corner kick for Ironbound. Away now. Vilovic gets in front of it. Garcia trying to make something happen, puts it towards the center. Hans Oliveira right in front of Jernigan. But a whistle's blown, called for the offside. Out comes Malik Sams for the Flames. Lucas Luzurigaga will come in for Westchester. Ivan Garcia comes out for Ironbound. And Yossi Ruiz will enter into play the final 8 minutes.
Both substitutions made in the 83rd minute.
Wolfson. Mejia puts that one to the outside. Carvalho able to save it. Ruiz gets a touch on it. Selleck there. Nicky Gomez. Gomez keeps a handle on it, ends up on the ground. Penalty called against Nico Carvalho. Vera for the free kick. Keeps in the air. Jernigan comes up for it. Barreto giving chase. Jernigan sends that one away quickly. Three straight headers, ends up in the possession of Adrian Rodriguez. Rodriguez with an arm out. Fights for it. Whistle's blown as Gomez sends that one away. Rodriguez to Mejia. Carvalho. Luizaraga puts the shot up. Ironbound's defense holds. Ironbound rushing now. Barreto ends up on the ground. Provost called for the whistle. Free kick for Holmes. Jernigan. So Alexander Provost issued for the card against Barreto, which led to Holmes' free kick. Here's a corner for Ironbound, and that one ends up in the back of the net. 87th minute.
The 86th minute.
The header
The score for Ironbound in the
off of
88th minute.
what seems to be
3-1.
number 22. Excuse me, number 20. Ian Selleck. So Ironbound FC up 3-1 here in the 87th minute.
Ali Chelik.
Goal scored by Ali Chelik. Mejia and Rodriguez. 3 minutes left to play in regulation. We will, as usual, have stoppage time with you. Luis Zaraga cannot get it to him. That ball out of play. Lozano's throw in. Recovered by Rodriguez. Rodriguez along the far sideline. Rodriguez gives it back to Carvalho. Provost to Mejia across the field. Hernandez back to the far side. And Marcus Nahim working against Lozano. The slide tackle by Lozano is clean.
This will be a corner kick.
And it will be a corner kick for the Flames.
And don't forget, our USL2 men's team opens here on the 24th. And on the
Corner kick for
3
Nahim.
days later, we have
Away, Provost
men's team
towards the center. That one up,
our USL2 men's team.
but not able to get around it. That shot put on goal.
All summer long.
That looks to be number 10, Lucas Luizaraga. Marcus Nahim. Down over by where the corner kick was taken. Nahim, who has tried to create offensive opportunities for himself all night. And in a 3-1 game, not what the Flames want to see from one of their fastest forwards. Now him able to get to his feet, not putting much pressure on that right leg. And as regular time finishes, we've now entered stoppage time. 3 minutes of stoppage time we will receive.
The referee has indicated there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time. 3 minutes.
Provost back to Wolfson. And now Mejia. Mejia setting up, looking for Nick Carvalho. Here's Selleck. Number 10 of the Flames on the ground, but they'll play forward. Luzuriaga. Adrian Rodriguez with the free kick. Barreto almost got in front of it. Holmes puts a leg on it, sends it away. Luzuriaga tries to keep Barreto around it. Barreto still able to put a play on the ball, no whistle. Luzuriaga's throw in. And Provost sends that one away. The header to Holmes. And Selleck cannot keep it in. Mejia. Far sideline. Rodriguez now. Rodriguez going backwards. Now to the side. Finds Provost. Provost to Hernandez. And Hernandez to no one. Vilovic giving chase, though. Vilovic and Mukunda get tied up along the goal line. Skavala. Selleck. Now Rodriguez. To the younger Carvalho brother, Pietro. Hernandez. Here comes an Ironbound throw-in by Lozano. And there's the end of the game. Ironbound FC takes this game home 3-1 here in New Rochelle at Skidelsky Field against the Westchester Flames. Thank you all for joining us here over the radio. I'm Daniel Lang. Tune in our next home game, Men's, Women's Academy. We're all here at New Rochelle, Skidelsky Field. Again, your final score, Ironbound